Hey yo, do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios on a hot and hazy Monday here in the Midwest. They call them for 95 degrees today. So if you got to go ahead and work in this, make sure you're staying hydrated. Keep a lot of liquid on yourself. Then, if you got pets, get them out while early and then get them back in where it's nice and cool. In our first segment, we talked about P. Diddy and Puff Daddy derangement syndrome. They've got everybody involved in getting P. Diddy off, from Donald Trump to Mickey Mouse, Santa, the Easter Bunny, the leprechauns, you name it. It's everything but we lied and we couldn't prove it. Yeah, check that out. Then from the world of hip hop, we're going to pivot, talk a little bit of association. Well, not association, but we're going to go ahead and talk about Ben Mclemore. And if you don't know who Ben Mclemore is, we'll go ahead over what's going on with this brother and why he was just convicted of grape. Was he railroaded? Did he get a free trial? I'll lay everything out when we get back from a quick 20 from a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. It's your boy Big Vern. Coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. We got another rap album we pushing this month. Smoke DZA, On My Way to Berlin. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music. Whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the LP is 4FIF and Broadway. Ooh. My goodness, that song in Spaceships with Mike and Keys. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. That's crazy. Then him and Dave East with Check. I'm a check. Oh wow. That whole setup, just everything, the schemes, the double entendres, them dudes is wild on the mic. Then Crimson, LV Constructs and Fourth Rope Heels. Woo. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is my song. 10 out of 10 is my song. And an 11-11 with Dom Kennedy. Smoke DZA is playing no games. This LP On My Way to Berlin, trust me. Once you play, just let it play. Let it play. You're going to get there. It's your boy Big Vern. Holla at us. Yo, shout out to Smoke DZA. I thought the project was dope. He's doing his thing. So, what actually happened? Now, Mclemore, he's alleged of raping a 21-year-old woman at a lake house party attended to by many of his then Portland Trailblazer teammates. This went down in Clackamas County, and it was at a teammate's house, Robert Covington. And so, what I'm going to say may infuriate some simps and some people out there who are very naive, is that they don't invite civilians to NBA players' homes for a party. Every woman who went to one of these parties are chosen for a reason. I'm not going to sit up here and say that's right, but I'm just sitting here saying is that could not have happened if this person wasn't on the list. And I know I'm going to go ahead and catch a lot of blowback from what I'm going to go ahead and say, but they're not picking you for any other reason other than partying. And even by women's standards, when women go someplace that is sketchy or shaky, they tell a girlfriend to go ahead and call them and send such amount of time so they can get out of there. And if they go to a party that they bring their girlfriend with, if she goes to the restroom, she's going to ask her girlfriend to hold her drink so nobody puts anything in her said drink. This is how things happen. So you're telling me a 21-year-old female is going to go to an NBA player's home that she doesn't know, that she's not in a relationship with, to a party not a lot of people are invited to. Okay, all right. And again, she was hammered, unconsciously drunk. This is what Yahoo Sports is saying. to the point where she was vomiting and having difficulty walking. She reportedly passed out in the living room on a couch. So she sleep at a party with NBA players and other females that she doesn't know, and she's out cold on a couch at 2 a.m. Red flag. Why is this young woman beyond drunk at a man's house she doesn't know and didn't bring a friend with her to take her home? Nobody called her an Uber. Nobody called to check on her to see if she made it home before midnight. I'm not victim shaming. I'm not sitting here saying that her account of everything is not how it went down. Listen, because I know a lot of you all are bad at this. You want to listen to one thing someone says and then you want to jump the gun. I myself have to have questions answered. And these are legitimate questions. These are all in good faith. This is nothing bad faith. This isn't below the belt. This is just me asking, did this young woman knowingly participate in a party like this? And that's a fair question, because us as civilians, we could not have shown up to this party. And if you could talk to any civilian women in the Portland area, they couldn't tell you where Robert Covington lives. They couldn't tell you how to get there. So understand, you're not talking about everyday Mo and Joe Blow, Jane next door. They're not talking about those people. However, the victim claims Mclemore allegedly began sleeping on the same couch and woke up to the victim at 6 a.m. So, you're passed out by Yahoo's account. You're hammered, you're passed out cold on a couch at 2 a.m. How did you know that he started sleeping on that couch? There are so many holes in this story. That's why I had to ask, was he railroaded? Did he get a fair shot? Did he have a fair trial? Because after I go ahead and read the details in this, you'll start answering the same questions. Yo, give me a rap album. Bum, bum, bum. It's your boy, Big Vern, coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. We got another rap album we pushing this month. J.I.D. GDLU, the Prelux EP, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Behold and Lisa. Lisa's, wow, that whole track is crazy. And then New Better and Eminem and Animals Part 2. That is so bar heavy. It will blow your mind. I cannot wait for the new JID to drop, but I will take JDLU, the Prelux, right now, because it's probably one of the best projects this summer. Make sure you go get it. Make some noise, JID doing this thing. Make sure y'all go get the project in stores now. So when we last left off, on the other side of the content, we were talking about Mr. Ben Mclemore, how he went to a party that another young woman went to, and they both were intoxicated. She passed out around 2 a.m. He fell asleep also in the living room. And Yahoo Sports tried to paint it up like he knew what he was doing, but if they're both intoxicated, they've made poor decisions together. Why is his decision more egregious than hers? And I have to ask that question. Because the female claimed that he started penetrating her with his fingers and then having sexual intercourse with her. The victim was reportedly still fading in and out of consciousness. This is reported by Yahoo. So if she's fading in and out of consciousness, of course, you're in a drunken state. You don't have your full faculties about you. However, Mclemore's attorneys also say that he was more drunk than her. So how could his actions be held against him as being egregious when they both are two young people who are heavily intoxicated at a party? And that's all I'm saying. Because if she's fading in and out, And this went down in 2021, 2020. Yeah, this went down in 2021 in October. And then she came forward in 2023. Was she coerced into saying that she was violated? Because if you're intoxicated, you don't know what's going on. He's intoxicated. He has no idea what's going on. And then you both decide to go ahead and have drunken passion. Is this an overrated drunken one-night stand? And if that's the case, should this brother's life be ruined? I don't know. Because Mclemore's attorney, Lisa Maxfield, she argued that he should be acquitted. The only reasonable verdict in this case where two people get drunk and have sex, and the man is drunker than the woman, the only reasonable verdict is a case that is like not guilty. However, they convicted him. But let's dive deeper into the numbers. The racial makeup of Clackamas County is 77% white, 9% Hispanic, 4% Asian, and 1% Black, with 6% being multiracial. I have no clue what that is. And Native Americans at 1.3%. How would he get a fair trial in a jury pool of 8 men and 4 women in a county that demographically doesn't resemble his peers? This ain't the race card. This is me asking a question. The fact that Black people are less than 1% in this county, and you don't think that there's any anti-Black sentiment that's going to be in this verdict, in this jury, because there's a stigma against Black men who date white women, even in white society. I'm sorry, I'm telling the truth now. It's the same reason that most of these white women, their families disown them as soon as they find out that they dated somebody Black or they're currently in a relationship with somebody Black. And it just ain't white people that have anti-Black sentiment. It's in the Asian community. We see it. Definitely the Hispanic community. There is no Black and brown alliance. So I'm not going to lay that jacket at the door of all white people, because like I said, you got good people and bad people of all races. But what I'm sitting here saying is that in this case, this could be a precursor to why he was convicted. Because I don't know how you could arrive at any verdict other than not guilty. And that's me personally. And if there's anti-Black racism in Clackamas County, it's on the rise. Recent reports indicate elevated incidents with a significant number targeting Black citizens, though 1% of that county is under attack. So you're in a county that has less than 1%, 1 or less than 1% of Black people. In Oregon, there's anti-Black sentiment. You have a jury pool makeup of 8 men, 4 women. And now you have the sentiment that, oh, that could have been my daughter. That could have been my girlfriend. That's not the case at all. People interjected their own racial biases in this trial, and the judge can say what they want and everybody can do it. But it is a bad decision between 2 adults to go get hammered at a party and have sex. And if those are the facts, then those are the facts. I don't have to put my own narrative on this. I don't have to try to go ahead and convince you that, oh, he's bad, he's guilty, and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't know him. He doesn't have a history of doing this. And so this was a bad decision that happened in a night of drinking at a party he probably regrets going to. Again, he was 27 years old. He was bouncing around the NBA. It seemed like he was going to find his footing with Portland, and he seemed like he wanted to turn his life around. He's 31 years old now. And now he has a rapist label on him. And was this a bad decision? Of course it was a bad decision. It was a bad decision by everybody, not just him. Bad decision by everybody. And so when is it we place the accountability tag on someone else? Because I can easily say Ben shouldn't have been there. Ben shouldn't have been, at dude's home. He shouldn't have been on that couch. He shouldn't have passed out, but he was inebriated. He wasn't in his right mind. And by Yahoo Sports, their whole sports account, Yahoo said that she was so hammered and wasted, she passed out at 2 a.m. So she's not in her right mind. So you have two people not in their right mind. 6 a.m. comes around. He's still, he's up or whatever. He's pretty much faded. She's still in and out of consciousness, but she knows she's making love to somebody. Just don't pass the smell test. And then you put this man on trial. You put this man on trial for grape. And not only is the county 77% white, is 1% less than black, 8 men and 4 women, may have an axe to grind, may be anti-black, but we would never know. If you're going, this is my whole thing about AI. Artificial intelligence should only be restricted to court cases. Because if you can go ahead and put nothing but the facts in, and then let AI give you the verdict, that's all it's good for. And that's me. But this situation right here, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions. And I'm not minimizing her voice, but I'm amplifying his voice. I'm not discrediting her events, and nor am I discrediting his events, because they both agree that something went on. But to him, he's saying that it's consensual. That's what he's saying. It was consensual. It's hard to say what she would have thought it was, because by her own record, she's saying that, hey, look, I was in and out. I was fading in and out. So if you didn't believe that you were violated that night, when did you believe you were violated? And that's an honest question. Because you didn't file the charges until 2023. I'm not saying there's a limitation on this. I'm not saying that I don't believe her. I'm not saying that I believe him. I'm just saying, just by what was released, and with the demographics and all of this anti-black racism that is on the rise in this same said county, you get a drunken mistake between 2 individuals at a party. 1 individual got convicted. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, did he get railroaded? He probably did. Did he get a fair trial? He probably didn't. But, as always, I like the public discord. Y'all know the drill. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know, did we get it right? What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy, Big